Good day, my friends. I hope you're well. In this stream, who knows what we're going to build? We'll do the same as always. Just go with the flow and wing it. Right, guys, stream's all good. Volumes seem okay. There we go. Hopefully everything's alright for you guys now. Right, okay. Let's do this. So today I've put a little bit of work into the triggers and everything on this. So they look a bit odd. I may have to change them because they're kind of showing, but they don't show too bad at night time. And just pop out around the seams, around all the stuff. In-game people do they shoot them too quick, but yeah, that's quite cool. It's all right, does the job. Courtney, hold on a second, guys. Duplicate. Kind of works, just that beat in the background. Just works nicely. So then this room, what do you call it, triggers up as well. Yeah, there we go, guys. So what we'll do, we'll just have a, we'll have a little go. See how bad I am at it, and go from there. So first room is still, there's still a little bit to be done on that, to be honest with you. Hey Dan! What's the time? 7 o'clock? Yeah, I'll probably on till late this evening, as it's bank holiday tomorrow. Now obviously I know where they're coming from, so this first bit's a little bit easier. So more of a training kind of room, this one, I guess. But that's been the same pretty much since day one. And then we kind of have, I don't know whether to put a few in here, just have them like pop out, one out the roof, one out the ceiling just here. Kind of just makes it feel a little bit alive then, I'm not sure. And then as we come through here, and then all over the place. So, difficult this bit. Not sure what that noise is. I don't know why. Ugh. That's it. Got him. Getting there with it. Might be my highest score, subject to this bit. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. Need to change the ride. Oh no, we'll carry on. Wait. Oh darn it. Anyway, you come into this room here. So I just got to close that and amend that. Because that's... I did change it. Not for the best, obviously. Control. I think we want it. So that's going to bring it back around, and then we're going to face it. What's that bit? Yeah, that should do. Let's have a little ride. Check it out. Would help if I test it, wouldn't it? Always the way. I've got to turn the special effects down, guys, so they are a little bit high at the minute. That's to make sure I've got stuff there, and then just turn them down a little bit, and then they're kind of in the background, which is nice. Not long enough there now. Typical. So this bit we do need. We do need that there. That's fine. That's fine. We need a little bit more of an angle actually on this bit here, because it just felt like it was going across too quick. So if we have that kind of curl in, that should do that then. Give it another go. There you go, guys. That's pretty much that. I just got to finish it off now, really. Have now finished the queue line for this. Very, very basic detail, really. Put a neon green light through it and put some lights up top, and it just gives it an okay look. Does the job, and then you come into the main ride. So yeah. Works well. So that's that done. So that area now is nearly done, subject to what I do with Space Mountain, if I'm going to add any theming to the actual coaster. This area is pretty much done. The main central plaza here is pretty much done. There was one thing I needed to do, and that was light this area up. It just feels a little bit, dare I say it, bland. Maybe you don't need it lit up, actually. It looks quite nice. I was just thinking more than anything because we've got a couple of benches there. I wonder if a bit of yellow in there would work. It's just too bright. Far too bright. Okay. Well, we know where we are. That's I think that's alright. Actually, hold on. Just trying to hide a light. Try hide a light. We can we? Hey. Okay. So we'll just change that to... That's not the colour I want. Oh. Oh, thank you. Where are they? That one. There you go. And that is nicely hidden away now. It just gives that a little bit of light, really. So that all works nicely. That's all good. There was one thing I needed to do because I realised I have done a wooden roof on here where everything on this is corrugated. So I need to change that. So something else on the list we've got to do. So... hoping I can literally just raise it up. Delete. Sorry about the dog barking, guys. Yep, that's more in keeping with the rest of it. Good. Yep, I'm happy with that. Gives it a bit more of a rustic kind of look, I guess. Better. Not having that gap there. And then I've got a wooden roof on that, that's fine. We got all corrugated on there. The toilets has got a wood roof, so there's small differences. And then obviously we just got the flat roof style going on here with the kind of shops area, should we say, and the main street. So yeah, that works. That works. That's fine. Cool. Okay, so we pretty much finished up in here yesterday, so that was done. I did do quite a nice little effect. What was I going to say? In the Haunted Mansion, that's worked out quite well, but I need people's thoughts, and we have people watching. I'll show you, but kind of works. Looks better at night time. It just fills that roof, that ceiling area now, where it's completely open. Just sets the scene perfectly. Yes, there's a big open space, but that's so that you can see it from up here, basically. Walk under the shelves now. They're all stacked. We've got the stacked shelves over here as well. But yeah. Right. Okay, what do I need to do? I can't do that in stream, it's all too tight. So that's nearly done now, that's done. That may add, that's done, that's done, that's done. That needs doing, that needs doing, that's done. That's done. This is all done. So it is literally just finishing it off now. A bit of a procession, to be honest with you. It got a bit more exciting when it rained. It was nice to see Hamilton come forth. Yeah, don't know what else to say, really. It's pretty much, I think it took to lap 18 before there was an overtake. And that was, I think, Magnussen on, I can't remember who it was on, Snowder or somebody. But 18 laps. Those cars just, they are, it's a great spectacle to watch, Monaco, in respect to the vibrancy and, you know, the place itself. But from a racing aspect, it's all about quality. It always has been. If you get quality right and you qualify pole, you're going to win. It's providing you don't have any issues. And congrats to Max for having an issue-free race, if you know what I mean, and staying so long on the medium tyres that made it work for him. So, you know, Alonso was a lonely second, followed by everybody else. I think about 25, 30 seconds behind there. Crazy. But, yeah. So what do we need to do? Got to finish that, got to finish that. Finish that. Got to finish that. And I've got to finish that. There's not actually that much left to build-wise. It's just boring cave work and stuff. Yeah, it was a good... I can't remember what it is. It's into the little hairpin area, isn't it? The little steep hill. 2 corners before the tunnel. Can't remember the name of it now for the life of me. Yeah, I guess if you look at it from that point of view, yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, quality was good. I mean, to see the Alpines and everybody up there, and the fact that I think it was quality 1 and quality 2, there was like a second that covered the whole field. I know it's a short track, so, but yeah, it was pretty even Stevens across the field, to be honest with you. And I thought, oh, the race might be good, but then not really, because if everybody's doing the same pace, nobody's overtaking. But it was just evident again that the top team are a lot quicker than everybody. Just trying to think what I want to do instead of what needs doing. What do I want to do? Oh, let's get to that point, guys. Kind of why I enjoyed going around everything yesterday, looking through the old parks and stuff, because it was just nice to see something different on the screen. Where do I start? Where do I start? No worries, bud. Enjoy the film. Catch you later. Sorry guys, I'm just walking around checking the views good, all the buildings right, there's no flickering, clipping or anything like that, you know. This isn't a pointless stream. It really does help looking at everything from the perspective, just to make sure that there's nothing crazy going on, you know. I love how this feels, this just feels awesome. Sorry for the bog barking. Dog barking. Hey Scarlett, how's things? Hope you're all good. Oh, it doesn't join there. Oh no. There you go. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. I'm just literally, how do you put it? Tidying up, finishing up bits, because I know what bits I need to do. But it's wanting to do them, should we say? I think is the nicest way to put it, if you know what I mean. I know it's something someone would probably never even notice that, but I can't leave that. I hate leaving that bit. Yeah, I was literally just doing a quick recap, because today off stream I've done a little bit of work. I did the queue line to this, which basically was 8 lights and a couple of panels. So basically I just put some green light in. I thought it'd be cool to just have a little bit of green. If I can find it. Where is it? There it is. And it just comes back on itself in here. So kind of works. And then I've done quite a bit of trigger work here. So this room's now done. I put a little bit of furniture in there. I didn't want to put too much in because obviously I don't want to spoil the view from the queue line. Sindri, how are you? Do you have any recommended toolkits? New to Planet Coaster this month, and I see there's a lot of good builders. Toolkits, it's really down to what you need and what you want. If I go to toolkit and just show you, let me just get out of it. Anyway, let me just show you this room quickly. So I've done this room, has targets come out here, all over these, out of that window, and the other window. So I'll, as a few of you are here now, if you want to watch me suffer really badly, I will show you how it all goes together. The only room I need to do some more work to is this one, just to give it a little bit more kind of character, a feel. And I'm unsure whether to put just a couple of targets coming down from the roof here, you know, just a couple of, like, not jump targets, but like, oh crap, quick, those ones kind of thing, you know. So we'll open it up, because no doubt the queue will get horrendously busy. Where was I? Toolkits. So, sorry, toolkits. Let me just get out of here. It's very noisy. Toolkit items, it's really down to what you require. So, when you look at my toolkit library, you know, you got dirt decals, you got the broken walls for the pirate area. You can really give it a little bit more texture, if you know what I mean. 2 minutes, we'll do a quick POV in a sec. But like I did classic rug, so in the Haunted Mansion in the queue line, for instance, and in the room with Slimer, there's rugs down, just to give it a little bit more detail. You know, I use a lot of beams, and the reason why I use a lot of small beams is so that you can do things a little bit more intricately. The only word of advice I would give you is that every piece you add to your library, just to put this into context, when I opened all those parks yesterday and had a good look around, 2 seconds, pause, why won't my pause button work? Pause, it won't let you pause while you're on the ride. Opening the Snow Globe, Project Pier and Thunderland, I had spent an hour removing all the items that had additionally added to over and above what I have in this park. Hey Remedy, how are you? How's your trip? If you're back already. And basically what it does is it lags the park out. I gained 4 frames a second by deleting 52 items last night that I don't require. So if you don't use them, make sure you unsubscribe to them, because it even lags the game out just being in your menu. and you'll notice it. You know, if you click scenery menu, at first you'll notice if you've got a low piece count, it'll load really quickly. If you add a load of theme maker toolkit, it takes this even longer to load as well. So just bear that in mind if you do download a load, but try and download what you actually need. There's a lot of stuff on there that you kind of sit there and go, I'd love that, I'd love that, I'd love that. You know, there's stuff that moves, there's rides on there, there's all sorts. But yeah, treat it kindly, I say. So let's see how bad I am at shooting, guys. Practice area this bit. Relaxed, a bit more relaxed, you know. And then it fades out, just a little bit kind of chilled area. It's nothing like Buzz Lightyear. I mean, that's just constant, obviously. And then what I thought was, if we have a couple just like pop down here, so it just keeps you alive, you know, because it's a bit of a long way before the next one. That was my thoughts. Whoops. And then it starts to get tough. Missed one. Missed one. Got one. You have to be quick. That is the be quicker. But yeah, theme maker toolkit's really cool. But just use what you really need. Try not to put too much in your part. So this is where it all gets a little bit crazy as well, because they come up all randomly, and then you have the odd one pop up that takes your mind off these ones. I think that's quite cool. And then you get a big one because it's moving, and then you got the little ones at the top. So then you come into the final room where the queue sees you, and then it's quite an easy little bit just to kind of finish it off, really. Tried to have them come up in like different windows to give you a little bit less ease, but there you go, I missed that one. So yeah, 7,500. There you go, guys. 15 times combo. But I've got to go round. I've got to change the points on some of them. Aha, there you go, high score. See who can beat me when the park's out, eh? But yeah, I always say it's like just there actually. One thing I love that I found the other day is this piece here. This is a very simple piece, but it's fully optimized. But it just looks so nice. The exit sign with a little red dot on it, it just looks really, really nice. And it doesn't add a huge amount to it. If you go to Theme Maker Toolkit and do what I did in the Snow Globe, if you have a look in the last stream, I had a load of Disney characters. So for instance, in this one here, I have this, I can't remember what they call it. Is it the partner statue? I can't remember. But you know, Walt Disney and Mickey, very iconic thing, and that was on the Theme Maker Toolkit. It doesn't look the best, I'm going to admit, but it does the job, you know. And it saves me using hundreds of very small, what do you call it? Basic shapes, art shapes, to try and, you know, create something like that that would look nothing like it. So it's little bits like that. I think Main Street, the only bit is the bin, and what I've done with the bin, you'll see there that there's actually a normal bin inside. So what actually happens is when they chuck the trash in, it goes in here. It's a shame they don't open, obviously, but that would be cool if, like Planet Coaster 2, hint hint, we had stuff like that. You know, imagine that. They actually go up to the bin and it opens and, you know, the trash goes in. I know it's just a little simple thing, but you imagine if that did that now, how cool that would look. But I've only put these bins in down the Main Street. I haven't done them anywhere else, just to give it that Disney kind of esque feel. If we have a look on the front here, oh, the exit signs, the Theme Maker Toolkit. There is a camera. You can get those little mounted cameras that go, you know, the little ones that spin round on the Theme Maker Toolkit. But what I do to, again, save the game. Oh, excuse me. Let me just do this another way. I just use the normal camera and sync it. and then it looks like it's one of those ceiling spinny roundy cameras, you know. But the good thing is you could have 100 of them in and it barely touches the computer, where if you have 100 of the other one from the Theme Maker Toolkit, it will just lag the game out. And the more and more you put in, the less the game becomes stable. But I got this as well. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. It's my one quote that you walk under that little arch in Disney, you walk around the corner, you see the castle, and you just start crying. I've used a lot of letters, and the main reason being is just to kind of set the scene for the park. So for instance, these are batches, these are his Jurassic Park font, but I thought actually they look wicked for it, and the whole reason why he did the alphabet was because I asked for it. Bless him, such a lovely guy. He'd done the Jurassic Park logo in small letters and large letters, and I said, oh, I don't suppose you could do the alphabet, could you? I said, because it would look great for my Adventureland area. And lo and behold, he came through, and I just think it works. I mean, I don't care that it's the Jurassic Park writing. I mean, it's very familiar, obviously, but it works with the area so well, especially Kukulkan's Curse. You can see you got the larger writing and the smaller. So again, but what Batch does is he fully optimizes them so that they, how can you put it, the file size for each one is as minimal as possible. So again, it doesn't lag the park out so much. I saw this little sign on there as well, no trespassing, pirates only. So again, that's Theme Maker's Toolkit. In here, I need to put a parrot up here. There is a little parrot somewhere. I don't know where I've put him. Here he is. So a little parrot. I've got to move him actually because I've obviously moved that. This is the other problem with Theme Maker Toolkit. It's trying to find out where they positioned. There it is in the head. Just want him. But he just nods his head and moves, but it's just a lovely little thing to finish a pirate area off with, because the game lacks little bits like that. But that's quite a big file, that one, purely because of the detail on it. But it's a nice little piece. 90% of this park, believe it or not, is built with Theme Maker Toolkit. And what I mean by that is this whole area, 90% of all the panels you see are the plaster. And the reason why I use the plaster is because, one, it's quite thin. We don't have anything like that in the game. But two, it's the lighting effects that you get off it is perfect. The only downside to it is when you want to go like dark with it, for instance, you want to go black, it won't go black, it goes grey, because obviously it's plaster. But I don't know, it's just the way they've optimized it. So but again, I wouldn't have been able to do that in the normal game unless I would have used temple pieces, and temple pieces I'd have had to have overlapped them all, where with this it's perfect. All this is built with it as well. It's all the same. All the roofs are the same. That's all plaster, and I've done that throughout the whole park. So when you I think this is the only one I kind of use grid pieces on, because I wanted a smooth finish instead of a rough finish. But you know, 50% of this area is built with Theme Maker Toolkit, which is the ruin pieces. So these pieces here. And then I've adapted using the in-game wood, the different sizes of wood, just to give the different levels, like I'm always talking about. Just creating those extra little lips and shadows, just somewhere else for the light to bounce off. And again, the dragons, these are quite big files because of the texture on them and the way they are. The amount, obviously, the more polygons they use, the bigger the file, etc. You know how it works. But they work quite well. I put the fire in there, so that's in-game fire. There is a couple of Theme Maker Toolkit light bulbs. I done one red, one blue, because you've got blue dragon, red dragon, and then that's the red dragon, that's the blue dragon. But they just have different colour eyes in the other sockets to the other. So where... Oh no, done them the same actually. But this, you know, all these little arches, these stone arches, this stone here, the stone through the floor, it's all Theme Maker Toolkit. And the reason why I use this is I absolutely adore the look of this. I think the texturing, the look, the way it is, it just, I don't know, it transforms the area. Especially when you put like a, like I've done with Little Dragon here. When you put like a fantasy-esque dragon slash Viking, I don't know, I just slung it together kind of look. It just, and you put little things in there, you know, like drainage bits, just stuff to make it have some meaning. You then end up with a building that actually makes sense around a coaster. And then you just put the little supports in all around. I'm sorry if I'm shouting, it's extremely loud in my ears. I could just turn my headphones down, you idiot. What was I going to say? And then you just incorporate it with some stones and some foliage and some trees. And then this one took a while because of the way I did the wood around the track. The coaster itself doesn't clip, but sometimes the tread plates on the side of the coaster, they just slightly graze into it, if you know what I mean. Hey Adrian, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream, my man. I hope everything's well. And then what my plan to do is with this is to incorporate more of the ruins inside here. So where I've done it on this side, this was the test side, to make sure it works, just put some castle rubble in to kind of blend the materials together. I think it works. Because the problem is if I wanted to do this size of structure in this material, I'd probably lose 2-3 frames by the end of by the time it's finished. So it's better to use as much in-game pieces as you can, but at the same time you use little bits like this kind of what do you call it, stained glass window, glass in Luke. I was going to say you got red dragon and you got blue dragon, so there's some proper cool stuff on the old theme maker toolkit, and they glow at night time as well, which work really well. And once we get some light on there, they'll be dulled down a little bit. I don't know what else I've used, but it's mainly beams and stuff like that, really. Like this is all made out of theme maker toolkit. So this blue beam here, this is all individual pieces of the theme maker toolkit, but they're such a basic look and basic finish, they hardly use any memory on the computer at all. It's like this building here is a mixture of both in-game. So we've got in-game pieces up the top here, in-game, and then this corner post and this white section here, that's all theme maker toolkit. It's all the plaster. But you put it together and you level it up, and if you were to go on Google Street Maps now and have a quick look at this building, I've done a slightly different design underneath, but the visual aspect is there. This beam goes through the yellow post, it's a blue beam, you know, all the bits are there, the colorings are there, but it's in the Planet Coaster fashion. So, yeah. Other theme maker... Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a ledge. Theme maker. Other bits of theme maker that do take a little bit of a toll. And again, this little entrance sign, that's theme maker toolkit, are the planets. Now, the planets do, because they're not too bad, but it's because they move and everything. You can stop them, obviously. If you go to I'll post it. 2 seconds, guys. Let me just find it. Because I've noticed it's been helping you guys, me posting things. So let me just go and find it for you. It'll only take me 2 seconds. Actually, I'll do it on here. Now, can't remember. I have both. Now, I think it's this one, which is his name's Hydro, if I remember correctly, and I've just clicked that as it's auto-saved. Crikey for that. You're on Steam. Thank you. These Hydros. There you go. I'll just copy this one file, guys, and then you can go and have a butcher's, and there you go. See, that's one of the beams, just the one I clicked on. And basically, if you go through Hydro's collection of stuff, he has a heck of a lot of stuff on there. I think, if I remember correctly, the awnings that I used, bear with me, just want to get out of here. The awnings that I used for the adventure area, these which I also turned into sails for the ships. So where's the ship? There it is, which looks quite nice. They are hydros as well, I believe. Yeah, they're hydros as well. So, and I think the plaster pieces are hydro as well. So he's a very good, well-known person. Do help him. Yeah, no, they're absolutely fine. The only one thing I'd say is these smaller lettering pieces, and I'll show you this now. You have to have them facing the sun or facing the moon. And I'll just show you in a second to why. So if I grab just A, so I'm just trying to remember how this works. So you've got the shadow this side. So if I turn this around, what it does, it still shows the shadow even though the light is hitting it this way. So there's the sunlight, which is strange. So that's what I mean by some pieces are good. If you get them in the right position, as I have done here, they kind of work and they pop and they look great. These ones are perfect, whether you go for the lit ones or non-lit ones, they're absolutely perfect. I think it's only the D or the O that for some reason has a slightly higher metallic finish to it, like shiny finish. But like this, the other day, yesterday when I was emptying all that thing make toolkit, I noticed I had that in there from Monaco. I got it all set up for that, and I thought, actually, do you know what? That works. That's perfect. And it just sits in the side window there, emphasises the side look, brings a little bit more neon down the bottom without making it too crazy. And as you look through, you've got that depth perception of the beams and the sign. It just gives it another level of realism, I guess. But like these ketchup bottles, they're theme maker toolkit. Everything else in here is standard. Like this whole room in here is made out of theme maker toolkit. So this is all the plaster, and this is why I love the plaster, because if you like, for instance, in this area, you colour the plaster the colour you want it, obviously, but then put a little light in, not too bright, but it just emphasises it. And now we're in a blue room, and we're in a red room. And we've got to sort a couple of bits out, obviously. But then we have the green bit as well, and a pink bit. And the nice thing is it's only because of these kind of pieces that have allowed me to do this build this way. Because of the in-game stuff, you can't get this kind of texture and colour. If you do it out of panels or basic shapes, they're all shiny. Where with this kind of material, it absorbs the light instead of reflects it, which kind of really works from the outside. Does the job quite well. I know you're all kind of thinking that looks a bit psychedelic, etc. Well, it is. It's just a bit crazy. It's kind of what I wanted to go for. The pink light from upstairs goes down the alleyway, which gives it an even better look than it already had, and you also get to see them go through. So cool. I love it. Other bits, this world here, that's what I was going to show you actually, was Space Mountain, wasn't it? So yeah, Space Mountain's got quite a bit in it in respect to the queue line. So again, this is all made out of plaster wall pieces. And then we have the Earth, the Moon, and I made a little satellite with Johnny 5 robot fixing it, basically. There's nothing else in here that's theme maker, it's just the planets, but they do take up a little bit. But then again, this whole queue line, again, is theme maker toolkit, so this is all plaster pieces around here. And just a few added standard pieces, benches and stuff, just to give it a little bit more detail. Yeah. Try and use as much as you can, but at the same time, how can I put it? What you do use of Theme Maker Toolkit, make sure it counts. I think that's kind of the way you want to kind of look at it. And that's how I do it. It's like this whole area over here. I don't think anywhere here, apart from the plaster for the roofs, there's any Theme Maker Toolkit. That's all in game. all in-game items as far as I'm aware. Yeah, literally that whole area. So again, it's down to what you need when you need it. I've learned my lesson a number of times building a 50,000 piece park and wondering why the heck I can't get more than 15, 20 frames a second, and it's because I've got like 150, 200 thematic toolkit items, where I always say, I mean, I don't know how many I've got in here. How many's in a row? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I've got about 200 items in here. Crikey. Okay, I'll take that back. Hey Josh, how you doing, dude? You good? How's things? Are you having a lovely weekend, my man? Here in the UK, it is a bank holiday. And I'm going to enjoy my last day off tomorrow before I go back to stupid hour weeks and long hours. But yeah, bits we've done. Yesterday's stream, we finished up finally sorting something out for the inside of this. So basically I did what I did in Timber Trail in Thunderland, and just put some cut up logs, half cut planks and stuff, made them look a little bit random, added some rope to them just to give them a little bit more of another level, added in these little ladders to get up the top here to get the whatever you need. They all slightly overhang as well, just to give it another level, and also these are all slightly higher or lower than each other to again make these beams look a little bit different. But at the same time, it just gives it that another level, you know. And then the same with this bit just here. Just bits up there, just bits stacked scattered around. Done the guarding as well. That's now all sorted, front and rear. So that's all sorted. That's all done. Moved a rock that was here that people were walking into that I hadn't noticed, and planked that out. So that's all done. Planked this up, so that's all sorted now as well. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with all this. It just feels so good now. One thing I did, I think, off stream the other day, which I thought turned out really, really well, was the interior of this station. So I've done it as like a little bit of a transport, kind of, you know, load your stuff around, but instead of guarding up all the rails like you would normally do, I actually kind of did it so that you walk in, grab the trolley, get what you need, walk out, kind of thing, you know. So stacked it all in a U shape, and you don't really, it's only in between like the bathtubs and stuff that you notice that there's a barrier there. So I think that actually looks pretty cool, to be honest. And I just got to do something with the other side over here. I thought just putting this boat in would kind of detract from there, but it's not. So I just need to put, you know, all I'll do, L shape of boxes and then a straight line of boxes, but obviously just slightly, like I've done with this one, different heights, different widths and so forth. I could do that now, actually. Do it. I'll do. Don't need anything more than that. Yeah, I did lighting in the... Oh, I need to change these. These are terrible. Actually, hold on. Right, so we need to get some light in here, really. What on earth has gone on here? The old-fashioned way. Yeah, that's nicely lit now. Look at that. Nice amount of shadows, just enough light. Gives it that dim but lit look. Good. Good. And I think I've got to light this up somehow. Right, so that's that now done. That's all signed up. The only thing I haven't done, I don't think, is put some music. No music. So, Western. I don't think there's actually much to choose from, if I remember rightly. Guess you kind of want that, don't you, just to chill out. Yep, that'll do. Got it all through here as well, so that's all good. So that is ticked, done, gone. See you later, alligator. I think we can just make this a little bit smaller. That'll do. A couple of boxes in the queue line, that's all trimmed up. Our route west boat tours, there we go. Name yet, Railway to Fantasyland, Big Thunder. I'm sure I changed this person before. Bit in the sun, bless him, all day, isn't he? We can fix that. That's better for him. So we won't need this one. That one. So that should light that up nicely. There we are. Perfect. Looking good. So yeah, we may not be building a huge amount, guys, but we are getting stuff done. So what's left to do on this then? We got cave, the underpass, cave here, and we've got support this cave. So that's those then done. I'm pretty sure I finished off all this. Apart from that rock. Make sure I sort out at a later date. Question is, do I change the corrugated here? Guess you got it really, I guess. I don't know. I'll leave it with the wood. That's fine. Okay. So all through here is done. There's nothing to do through here as far as I am aware. In this bit anyway. So all the transitions are done, all the corners are done. As we noticed in here the other day, I had gaps going around the edges of these, so tidied that up. I think it was the same up the corners here, same up there, so I was tidying all that up. I know signage is a thing, but I know you guys don't want to watch me for hours doing signs, because that is going to be quite boring. And saying that, this isn't the most entertaining. It's now got music in. That's done. So yeah, it's literally... so, to put into context how much we have left to do. Polish this off. Just add a couple of little bits. I've got to finish basically this area of this coaster off. I've got to trim down here. I've got to sort all this mess out. And I've got to finish this bit just here. And then that will be done. In respect of those two rides, they are pretty much done. But I've got to do something in here. So I've got to figure out and finish this queue line off. So that still needs doing. This area is pretty much done. So there's nothing to do there. There's nothing to do here. That's all done. That's all lit. That's got lights in there. That's all done. That's all done. So all I've got to do here is finish off the second half of the ride and just touch up the rest. And then that's that done. And then the Haunted Mansion is literally... I've come up with a little idea on the Haunted Mansion. Would you guys like to see? Basically, I was trying to incorporate Slimer a little bit more, and after the stream last night, I got a little bit clicky happy. And ended up doing something that looked quite neat, but I need your opinion on it, really, guys. They love it when you cover rides up. It's not a spoiler. So basically it's in the room with Slimer, where he's at the piano. I have put a couple of dancing ghosts, and they're kind of see-through, but they work really well. So to the person that hasn't seen anything of this park, and providing the stream's good enough or the video's good enough, it should show up quite well. And then the other bit is where we go back up the corridor to the back to the main station. You'll see it when it happens. just that little firefly bit. As in, I could get the timings a little bit better on it. For some reason, it's out of sync. Don't know why. But it kind of makes it look as though slime is like hovering through the room. I don't know, like, if you know what I mean. And I thought, why don't I try and do that? Not, you know, not all the way through, but have snippets like. You could have it where it tilts into the church. You could have it kind of go up and down the wall as it's spinning around, if you know what I mean, and then up, say, I don't know, the organ, and then out the door, and then just have him pop up in the graveyard, if you know what I mean, and then maybe just put a quick line of it through into the other room. It's just a thought, but I don't know if it worked that well. I don't know why the sink is out. It should disappear perfectly as if he's kind of like going around the corner. But see, it fades and fades and fades, and then for some reason they're the wrong way round, if you know what I mean. I don't know why. I just thought maybe, I don't know, need your thoughts really, guys, whether it's worth putting a load of time and effort into that and adding a load more lag to the game. Or if the ride you think is good enough without that, let me know. But yeah, I think it's alright. It does the job for a haunted mansion. Really got to get this done. Just, you know, when you know what you got to do, but you just really don't want to do it. It's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I thought it was quite cool. It kind of just adds another level to that room, you know. If I can find it. Yeah, because it's underground, again, they shine with the moonlight, so you kind of lose that. You can't do anything with them. You know, they're gone. If they're in moonlight, they light up a little bit white. I thought, actually, do you know what? They look quite cool, because it does look like there's, I don't know, ghosts, you know what I mean? But yeah, but it works well. It does the job. It just gives it a you know, get rid of the menu for you. So I put two that, you know, that they work a bit weird, so you have to position them strangely, but basically they're identical but the opposite sides, so that they spin independently instead of together. But yeah, I was unsure. I'm unsure of this. I can find it. There it is. But yeah, it kind of works and it kind of doesn't. I'm gonna have a long, hard think about that, because I just thought, if you imagine, where are we? So, you know, we're coming down here. Then I don't know, I could have like Smiler pop out here or something, or out here, and then you kind of, I'd have that going, you know, all the way around kind of thing as you view it. So you're kind of following Slimer, and as Slimer goes through all these noises and the organ plays, etc. It kind of makes sense. And then in here, maybe just have him pop up in the background and do a similar thing just around the hedgerow. And like along the back there as you turn to the other one. And then obviously probably do a bit here. I don't know, like have it go up the stairs and then disappear, and then you come into Slimer, don't you? So I don't know. It was just a thought. I thought it looked quite good. But for some reason, I'm going to take it out. Let me just detach it from the ride. There it is. Okay, it is trigger 31. So many triggers. 31. So if we delete that trigger, done. Just don't know why that should. So that one. It's very strange to why. What is going on? So it was this one. Plays at 3 seconds for 0.1. So why is it staying on? I shouldn't be having that issue with that. It should be fine. And then this one, that one plays. Huh. The reason why you have to put them at 0.1, guys, is because they turn on and turn off. So they fade in, fade out. So you have to imagine how long you actually want them on for, if you know what I mean. Now, hopefully... There you go. Done. So now, if we go to play all, see what I mean? And I think if you had like a ton of them going up the wall and I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But I was just trying to, how can you put it? Make a trail for Slimer, if you know what I mean. And that it kind of works. But the problem is they stay on for too long. Yeah. You're alright. It doesn't work. Yeah, no, you're right. It's more fantasy than it is spooky. 100%. I suppose we could sort this out, get the trees. I can't be bothered to do that. I'm leaving that till last, just so that we know what I can use to finish this bit, that bit, and maybe put a hotel in of sorts or something just down the end there. It's lacking a little bit of inspiration, to be honest with you guys, because it's not stuff that you just, how can you put it, wing it build. It's stuff that needs doing, and it's the same thing throughout. We'd all got to do with this is finish off the rock work and the trees, and then the queue line, not the queue line, the exit way. It's just stuff that's boring, you know. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do the other side of this. We need to do what we did here over there anyway. So let's just duplicate that. Get all the bits we need. Need one of them. So we've got all 4 there. One of them. Out there. Out there. Right. What on earth am I going to do around here? Because it's very, very different to the other side. There's a lot more going on the other side, to be honest with you. Oh, I tell you what, that's getting a bit chilly now. Where did that just go? Thank you. That's fine. Trees, that's fine. So somehow. Oh, I'm totally lost, guys. This is where I'm saying I'm just the inspiration I'm just struggling with at the minute. I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's just do this. Let's just start placing pieces so we can make it work. We can do something. Cheers, Dan. It's the only bit of building I've done tonight, pretty much. Just, I don't know what's wrong with me. Start work next week. You think I'll be wanting to get this done? It goes back to that age-old saying of, you know, you just spend too long looking at the same kind of thing. And you just, I guess, get a bit burnt out, if you know what I mean. Cheers, Dan. Once this is done, it'll look good. It's just like everything, getting it done. Sorry guys, just going for an autosave. Must be a bit boring this evening. Only 2 of you watching. Probably because of the lack of building. Probably right. No worries, Scarlett. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it as always. Probably going to have a late one tonight, if I can keep going. So, but thanks for joining. Catch you in a bit. Right, let's have another quick POV. Just to double check, we'll do both. Just to double check everything's looking alright. That looks a lot better along that bit. It's just that wall that I've put with the, you know, the cut-out bits. Can't remember what they're called, turret bits. That needs breaking up a little bit. It just looks a bit repetitive. We'll see how it looks in the Blue Dragon. Thanks for joining the stream, guys, though. 6 year, appreciate it. Thank you. Say hello, join in the chat. Yeah, it's just looking a bit too good, too finished, that bit. Need to break it up a little bit. We'll do it in the middle. What do we have that I can use to make it look half something? What's this? It's pretty much the same thing without the toppers on, so that's no good. Okay, so if we get rid of that. Just do that for a second to get the colours. If we grab this. Okay. So you only see it for a second, but it just looks a bit too it's too clean, just compared to everything else. So obviously I can put some rubble and bits and bobs down once we get there. I just thought I'd just bang that in just to give it something. And that just breaks that up, you see. Breaks up that repetitiveness of the moulding, and then once we get the piled up rubble around the bottom here and everything, that will hopefully start to pop. Right. music on for you guys. The red dragon going through there felt incredible. It just felt that was a little bit too, what do you call it? Just too neat and tidy. You know what I mean? I think that'll get through that. Why is there a gap? What on earth is going on here? They're on the same friggin' thing. Might be a bit tight, guys, but it might work. Where's the coaster? Yeah, that's a bit too tight. That's a shame. Surely there's bigger ones. I'll be in them. And then we could do, I could do the top like that, which is... That works alright. Does the job. I'm just lost being able to see where to go next, guys. That's where I'm struggling. Excuse me. I don't know what to do at the back here, in all honesty. I haven't got a clue what to do. Funny, all that work and you don't see any of it. I mean, it looks alright. I mean, it works well on the red dragon. Blue dragon, you get a little bit of this as you come around that helix, but that's about it. I mean, it works. It doesn't look too bad. I just didn't want to try and make it too repetitive, if you know what I mean. Clip in. Dang it. Oh. Yeah, that works well through there. I don't think there's much else really to do to this side. Flooring, obviously. Because we can just put some trees down here as if it's flying over the trees, you know, to growing through all the rot work and all that kind of stuff. Right then, guys, I'm going to save you guys the pain of watching me wondering what the hell to build and what to do and what to finish. I know what needs doing, it's just doing it. But I'm just procrastinating too much, just trying to think it over, just trying to work out where I want to go, what I want to do, and I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. But there's a nice little overview of the park. But thank you for joining. It is appreciated. Sorry it's been very, very lacklustre this evening. My apologies. But who knows what tomorrow holds. You can always wake up with a fresh mind. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. My apologies for the short stream this evening and not much going on. But we did get some bits done, and I did a little bit earlier today. So we are making progress with the park. So yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have joined the channel. I hope you're enjoying this park come to life. And if you want to see more of it, please do smash that notification icon. So every time I go live, you get a little ping, just let you know Rai-Rai's gone live. So But yeah, no guys, apologies for the lack of inspo and building. It will come back, sure it will. But yeah, I hope you have all a lovely remainder to your Sunday. And for all those that are enjoying the bank holiday tomorrow, I hope you enjoy the sunshine that's apparently coming. So yeah, probably catch you all tomorrow at some point, guys. Maybe for an update instead of a live stream, if you know what I mean. Be a live stream, but just an update video, really show you all around. If I manage to get a load of stuff done. Anyway, guys, have a lovely evening. And I'll catch you all very, very soon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.